All right, for today's video review, we're going to be taking a look at BotBots Series 6, Lady Loofah from the Custodial Crew. Lady Loofah here turns into a little sponge. She is actually a repaint of a previous series BotBot. She's a repaint of Holdy Moldy from Series 2, who turned into the little moldy block of cheese. And yeah, unlike a lot of the Series 6 BotBots repaints from previous series, I actually think that this one is fairly successful. Like, the sculpt for the block of cheese I think works pretty well as a sponge, whereas a lot of the repaints in Series 6 are kind of like just sort of, like half-baked ideas of like, I guess you could turn a beaker into a feather duster or a tablet into a wet floor sign. That's just like bigger stretches, whereas like a block of cheese to a sponge, I think that that makes a decent amount of sense, and I think it works pretty much just as well as a sponge. I also enjoy that they added this sort of like extra detail on here of like painting the entire underside this slightly lighter color, and then along the edges there too, to kind of imply like a, like an actual like scrubby section. I think it works pretty well. Lady Loofah is also a character that showed up in the BotBots TV show, and yeah, again, unlike a lot of the redesigns, especially of the Series 6 characters in that show, she actually does look fairly accurate to the cartoon model, which is nice. But yeah, obviously transformation is just the same as Holdy Moldy. You just take these little bits from the side here and pull them out to the side and then rotate them down to be the arms. Take the legs and rotate them down, and then take the little chest plate here and flip it up like that, and there you have Lady Loofah in her robot mode. And yeah, I mean, same issue as Holdy Moldy, where the legs just like sit too far back from the center of gravity, so you kind of have to like bend them back a little bit and have her kind of tilted up to actually get her to stand, and even then it's not super solid, but otherwise it's a pretty cute little robot mode. It is kind of a shame that most of the paint on this one is used, for the underside section here rather than any of like the chest detail, but I like the facial expression, even if it is just picked out with just, the silver and the black there, which, again, has been kind of my complaint of a lot of the Series 6 BotBots, of just like, not having as effective use of their paint budgets and having a little less paint in general. But here's what she looks like next to Holdy Moldy. So you can see, I'd say I like Holdy Moldy's robot mode a little bit better, but, I think that Lady Loofah is still pretty good. It's just not quite as interesting with all the different colors there. But yeah, in terms of articulation, obviously it's just the same. You can rotate her arms up and down, and then, the legs can rotate, but you really have to have them tilted way back so that she can stand up at all. But yeah, I'd say robot mode probably gets I'd say a 3 out of 5. It's good. It's not quite as good as Holdy Moldy, who I gave a 4 out of 5, but still pretty decent, all things considered, even if it is lacking a little bit of a, extra color there. And then alt mode, I think I'm still going to give a 4 out of 5, just which is just the same as Holdy Moldy. I think it works just as well as a sponge as it does a block of cheese, and there wasn't really anything else I would have wanted out of that mode, since a sponge is a fairly like monochromatic object anyway. And transformation, again, is just the same as Holdy Moldy, so average score of 3 out of 5, which is going to give Lady Loofah here an ultimate score of 10 out of 15, which makes her a 3-star BotBot. So yeah, pretty much the same as Holdy Moldy in terms of she's a 10, he's an 11, either works. And I don't know what just happened, but I just completely just recontextualized the way I'm looking at it. I've been looking at it like this little curved bit is like a smile that's like kind of off to the side, and something about the way that I just looked at it right now, I think it's actually supposed to be like that's her cheek, and then the actual mouth is right there. I mean, kind of either works, but I don't know what it is about just like looking at it in camera right now, where it completely just like my perspective on it completely just shifted. But yeah, I don't know which way you see it, but that's how I can only see it now with that being a cheek. Again, either's fine. If you want to pick up Lady Loofah, she's available only in one of the 2 Custodial Crew 8-packs. That is the only way to get her. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to her. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Make sure to check out my my toys-related Instagram account. That's toys.n.art. And without further ado, here we have a BotBots Series 6, Lady Loofah.